Hello, good morning, students. We continue to do the story All Summer in a Day by Ray Douglas Bradbury. The story, as I said, is set in Venus. It is a science fiction, and we discussed what the way of life was in Venus. It would rain for 7 years at a go, and then the sun would come out for 2 hours. We have seen all these boys who had last seen the sun. They were all 9, so they had last seen the sun when they were 2 years old, and they had a very vague recollection of the sun. It would be better to say that they didn't remember the sun at all, and so they would often dream of the sun as a crayon ball, as a gold, as a coin. And most of the times their dreams would be broken by the pit-pat, the pattering of the rain. And so all of them are excited today, or are excited today. Why? Because it is supposed that today the sun would come out after 7 years of continuous rain. Just a word of concern for everyone. Friend, as I have been checking the answers, I felt that some of the answers were not being written properly, and that is why I decided from the last 2 lessons, if you have noticed, I am also uploading the hint of the answers. I am giving you a hint of the answers, and I will continue to do so and give you the hint of the answers. What you just need to do is to watch the video carefully. Some of you, I feel, are not watching the video carefully. Sometimes it may be the requirement for you to watch the video perhaps multiple times. But do take a bit of trouble, because if you do not take a bit of trouble, then your answers will be wrong. It will be marked wrong. And so today we start our story and continue with our story. We are in page number 29, the first line. Where's teacher? She'll be back. She had gone somewhere. She'd better hurry. We will miss it. I am sure all of you know what is it that they are going to miss if the teacher doesn't come back fast. They turned on themselves like a feverish wheel. Feverish. They were excited, animated, emotional, tumbling spokes. They were nervous. Margaret stood alone. So we have seen this girl, called Margaret. She was different. She came from Earth. She remembered the sun. She was a very frail girl who looked as if she had been lost in the rain for years. She didn't like the rain. She came from Earth. She loved the Earth's atmosphere. And the rain had washed out the blue from her eyes. The color, the liveliness, the blue color of her eyes had gone, and as if rain had washed it away. The redness of her mouth, her lips were gone. The yellow of her hair was gone. She wasn't just like an old photograph, black and white without any life. Remember, she was also a small child. And children in that age are basically lively, animated. But here is a girl called Margaret. Sad, always alone. The eyes have lost its blue color. The face has lost its red blush. She was just like an old black and white photograph without any color. Her hair had lost the yellow. And if she spoke at all, her voice would be a ghost. So softly, if she spoke at all, she would not speak. But when she would, her voice would be a ghost. Look at the metaphor. how the voice is being compared to a ghost, a soft voice. Now she stood separate, staring at the rain and the loud, wet world beyond the huge glass. What are you looking at? Said William. So, the boys were rude. She was different. And we know at that age that there's a tendency of bullying others, bullying your fellow students. And so boys also bullied her because she was different. There was another reason. As I said, today I will disclose the reason. Margot said nothing. Speak when you are spoken to. He gave her a shove, but she did not move. Rather, she let herself be moved only by him and nothing else. They edged away from her. They moved away from her. Nobody wanted to mix with her. They would not even look at her. She felt them go away. And this was, please note why the children would behave like this. What kind of a girl she was. This was because she would play no games with them in the echoing tunnels of the underground city. If they tagged her, if they took her along with them and ran, she stood blinking after them and did not follow. When the class sang songs about happiness, about life and games, her lips barely moved, did not move at all. She did not join the singing. Only when they sang about the sun and the summer did her lips move as she watched the drenched window. So this was Margot's character. Obviously, she was not comfortable with Venus and the rain. Why? She had come from Earth. She was used to seeing the sun. She was used to the beautiful weather that we see in the sun. And therefore, all her childhood had been taken away, perhaps because of the weather. She had lost all her interest. She would not sing, she would not play. She was like a picture of a ghost. And then, of course, and here is the clue, why the people were jealous of her. Her biggest crime was that she had come here only 5 years ago from Earth. Only 5 years. From which place? From a place, and from Earth, and she remembered the sun, the way the sun was and the sky was when she was 4 in a place called Ohio, which is in the United States of America. And they had been on Venus all their lives. And they had been only 2 years old when the last sun came out and had long since forgotten even the color, the shape, the feeling of the sun and the heat of it and the way it was. But Margot remembered. So now we understand the reason for Margot's odd behavior. She could not adjust to the climate of Venus. She was used to seeing the sun. She was 4 when she last saw the sun, and she remembered the sun. And that is why in this planet where it rained and rained and rained continuously for 7 years, she was not at ease. She was not her usual self. And just because she was different, just because she remembered the sun, look how the other students were jealous of her. I'll tell you why they were so jealous of her. Why they treated her so badly. Because of jealousy. And that is what the reason that they bullied her. Because her biggest crime was that when no one else remembered or recollected the sun, she remembered the sun clearly. Let us now come to the different questions. Remember, I will also be giving you a hint of the answers if you follow this video properly. Who was Margot? So Margot was a girl in the planet of Venus who had come from Ohio. The answer is clear. Margot was a girl in the planet of Venus who had come from Ohio. Next question. Describe Margot. Described Margot. From where will you answer the question? Page number 29. If you see the big paragraph, the first big paragraph, I will point it out. She was a very frail girl. What was the question? Describe Margot. From where do we take the answer? Page number 29, the first long paragraph. She was a very frail girl. Until how much are you expected to write? Her voice would be a ghost. Her voice would be a ghost. Question number 3. What kind of a girl was Margot? Question number 3. What kind of a girl? What kind of a girl was Margot? Where is the answer? The same page, page number 29, the last paragraph. The answer starts in the second line. She would play no games. She would play no games. From there, she would play no games. 29 page number, last paragraph, second sentence or second line, up to the last of the paragraph as she watched the drenched windows. That is the answer. And last question, question number 4. Why were the other children jealous about her? Why were the other children jealous about her? What is the answer? First paragraph, page number 30. The answer starts, the biggest crime of all was that she. Have you got it? Page number 30, first paragraph, the biggest crime was that she, up to the second last sentence, and the heat of it and the way it really was. So, that is today's lesson. Please remember, I have discussed the answers. I expect you to do better than what you are doing. Many of you are doing very well. A few of your answers, a few of you who are not taking much interest with the answers, please, the answers are mentioned over here. And I am giving you only 4 questions. Thank you for today. Till we meet again in the next class. Take care. Thank you so much.